Hey, doing, guys? You're none here again. And we got Derpy Muffins as well. And we're right outside the new Maw of Lorca. How do you say it?
Lorcage? Lorca? I don't know. There's a J in there, so I'm not sure. You're the Khajiit. You should know how to pronounce that.
Lorcal, because probably the J is silent. But this is right outside Rupert's March now, in this new area, this new little area down here. And you just go right inside, and this is going to be the first This is going to be the first trial that you can actually scale down to level 10 or scale up to V16. It's scalable. So, I'm Crazy Mad, who was with us last time we did this, or last time we had this little podcast going, was mentioning she wanted to take a full group of 10 players in through this and see how it goes. Oh, level 10 players, it should say.
Level 10. Oh my goodness, that would be funny.
Yes, just to see if we get through it. And part of it is also because they're looking to make this stuff accessible. So if you buy this stuff at like level 10, you don't want to be told, well, wait till V16 before you run this. Because that would probably piss off a lot of people that, you know, have to wait this long to get this. I don't want to grind up that long. Now, as you come through here, you can see all this nice little new stuff here. It's kind of Hell Royale-ish in the like ravine type look of this, you know. Also, kind of makes me wonder, how did we get here? Because I see a long road that leads here, and I kind of wonder what can't speak. What lay ahead for getting down this way. Now, the basic story of this is that we're coming in here, and there's like some dude that's like affecting the other Khajiit here, and they're getting this all like twitchy and all that stuff, and glowy-eyed and all this other good stuff. You can see this little Khajiit here that's holding their head. Now I'm gonna skip through the dialogue here just so we don't have to do it.
Of the twilight.
I'm gonna try sneaking by through some of this. Now, we're probably not gonna get through any of this.
This one sealed the door.
Probably not.
But it will not hold forever.
But I can at least show some of it off.
Oh, you actually, you know how the Khajiit looked back there with like the black skin and like the blue stuff? Yeah. You get that as a costume for completing vet.
Yep.
Which I think is really cool. Like more incentive to try to do it.
I haven't seen how what it looks like on the other guys though.
The lost cats are nearby. Be wary.
Unfortunately, we can't get by this unless we actually kill these other guys here, though.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I set this on vet or normal, but it's probably not gonna be. Probably gonna be beyond our reach.
Normal.
So you fight these several waves of Mothra and all that stuff. Now, one thing I will say that's also interesting on this, maybe I can splice in some of their things showing this, but as you do this, all these enemies here are usually skippable for the non-trash mobs, like the bosses. If you're having a hard time, you can actually just like sneak on through and go on to the next section. But keep on going here and show the new mechanic here in just a minute. I die.
Oh, I never noticed that before, that meteor thing?
Yep. These guys have a whole bunch of new abilities to go with them as well. And now the big heavy hitters come out.
Oh, I forgot there's like elite mobs after that.
Yeah, but let me show you here what happens here when we use this. You also hear the music? Yep. So that's partly what we're here to deal with. Now, let me see if I can show off the soul reservoirs here. If my interface wants to show it. Indicators, quest covers, followers, quantity. It should be here somewhere. Active quests, health bars, outgoing damage. Oh, damn it, where is it? Well, anyway, soul reserves are no longer present here. If I can find out where it shows up now, or what it shows as. It's not called Vitality. And basically what Vitality does is it affects your overall score while you're in the dungeon. You're basically like 1,000 points per life that you have. You get like 36 or 32 total. Assuming I can find it here. Tutorials. No, it's got to be interface here. Ability bar. We show. Oh, maybe I'll just go die and show it.
Would that bring it up?
It should show in the T rollback. Oh, wait. That's in veteran mode. I should probably... Yeah, let's head back out and show it in veteran mode real quick. We're not going to get by these guys here as it is. But just to show it off of what it does. Basically, like I said, it does 1,000 points. You know, you get 1,000 points per the amount that you have, plus your time is what is now going to determine your trial score. So, people that used to just run this through and just be like, death, we don't give a crap, now are going to have to think about, like, okay, we got to make sure our group is both sustainable. So people that are like real big min-maxers and with a high DPS, but like low glass cannon type builds, they're going to have to consider, well, I have to have enough health so I survive some of this stuff and not get killed. Because if they get killed, they're going to hurt everyone else's scores on this. But they're still going to have to do enough damage and to get the speed runs on it, too. So it's going to be interesting to see what that does. If it's like an extra 36,000 points for keeping those lives alive. I'm pretty sure people are going to make sure that people are going to have a minimum health now like they used to. Also to show off our group finder here once you out. So change it to veteran, same as always. Go back in. As we go, let's take a look in chat here for questions. Is this update mostly PvE, right? Yes, it has mostly PvE updates. However, you take a look at the PTS forums, there's a lot of questions about PvP because there's champion point changes, ability changes, and gear sets, which also affect PvP too. So we'll go over those in a little bit as well.
This one sealed the door as soon as she arrived, but it will not hold
Okay,
forever.
let's go into the veteran mode and see how brutal this is going to be.
Zisraham.
Trial started. Face the fiercest counters in terminal, and let's see if we can get on the thing here. Okay, so we have 36 lives. Yeah, these guys are kicking my ass. And see, as soon as you die, it doesn't take away points right away. But now that we come up, 35, 34. So we can keep on doing this. You see vitality bonus decreased, and as long as, you know, you can run these all the way down to 0. But the thing is that we're not going to get that score bonus once that hits 0. Basically, the only bonus that you're going to get at that point is going to be the time that you have left. So you take a long time to run this, and plus you have no lives left. And you're not going to be able to do anything left on this dungeon. The other improvement that we have is the trials. With trials is saving in Maelstrom Arena. Go back to Shrine here. Vitality bonus decreases. So, what do you think about that, Derpy? You were mentioning that a little bit earlier regarding it and how you felt about it.
I was totally muted because I was coughing earlier. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I think it's a nice change. I lost my train of thought.
Mm-hmm.
I like it because, like, it's not... I don't feel like it's as harsh because, like, you can still keep going. Like, you know, for, like, training runs and stuff if you're with, like, a new group or whatever.
Yep.
Because I feel like, you know, wiping and then going out and back in and out and back in, that was very, like, oh my god, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, it was taxing.
Do you suppose this one has what it takes?
So I like that change.
Contain your hopes. But let's find out.
Now, we also have new cross-faction with that as well. Meaning that anyone from any faction can now go into a trial with that as well. I've heard some complaints on the forums about this because people are concerned about the leaderboards and how it's going to now be elitist, I guess. And I don't know. I see a lot of people being elite on the factions themselves. And just because people are going to be able to take their other faction characters in does not necessarily mean they're going to be like the best of the best at this point. And they're going to still have elitism either way. But I don't know. What do you think about that? I feel it as something positive because now you can actually bring other people in regardless of faction, like where, you know, guilds would be divided and actually be like, okay, we can't run trials with us, we're going to kick you out because you can't run the content with us, which is always like a pain in the ass.
I think it's great because, like, you might have, like, that group of friends that are on DC that you go PvP with or something, and all your PvE characters are on, like, EP, but then, like, you can bring them with you, or, like, you know, whatever. I think it's a positive change. Like, and I have an AD character that's just strictly PvE that I don't really do a lot of stuff with because I don't know a lot of people on AD.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's nice to be able to, like, you know, bring it in with, like, my EP trials group and, you know, go run stuff.
Yep.
And I think, like, elitism's gonna exist no matter what they do with grouping or anything. That's just a thing with MMOs, I think, or games in general.
Yeah, that's how it always is. I don't know why I came in here though, because I'm probably gonna die myself pretty quickly here, so I'm not gonna be able to show off this.
Maelstrom.
Yes, Mr. Maelstrom. I hate Maelstrom.
Me too. Most frustrating content I've ever done in this game.
Yes, but one of the good things in this is now that even if we have these type of issues, you're gonna be able to actually come back in here and, like, let's say we get through level 1 tonight, I can come back in here on, like, you know, next Friday and then do level 3 or something else like that, which is something I can't view anyone really complaining about unless they have I don't know, they don't have a life and they can do this in one day.
In one shot? Yeah. I mean, I spent hours on that, and I guess I didn't get very far out of that, but like, I think a lot of people, like, that's better for them because they have stuff to do. It's like, oh yeah, I can just come back to, like, stage 3 or 4 tomorrow and not have to start it all over again for a few hours.
300 points available.
Did they change anything else about Maelstrom, or was that the only change?
Yeah, remember how we had the vitality stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Well, same thing here.
Oh, okay, so that changes Maelstrom as well. Alright.
Yep. So here, we use that, we use up one of our lives, we lose some of that bonus to our score. So vitality bonus decreased. Now, again, when we hit 0, it's not going to kick us out or anything else like that. It's just going to basically say, well, you're not getting on the leaderboards today. That's basically how it is.
Yeah.
But of course, with DKs, like, we have 99 people on the leaderboards. We don't have any more because no one can get through the stuff. Damn. Yeah, I really hate Maelstrom at times. But just get out of there real quick. That just kind of shows off how it works now. Save progress, cross-faction, Lawmark Jai. Yep. Okay. Does anyone have questions about trials in specific? Apologies for people in chat here who have been waiting. Stave affect weapons and spell damage, or is just spell damage? Oh, you're just asking a general question there, Sion. Staves will be affected by spell power. Or spell damage. New way is the best way to level up. Sin, I'll answer your question a little bit later, but currently we're just going through the Thieves Guild DLC content right now. Okay. Do you know how much this is going to cost? I don't know how much this is going to cost when it comes out. I don't know. What do you think, Derpy? Should this cost the same as the other DLCs, or should it cost slightly less?
I feel like it brings more to the table as far as like a base game patch, just because of the general changes to CP.
Yep.
And Cyrodiil, etc. So I feel like it should cost like a little less than maybe like Orsinium. Mm-hmm. Maybe like $5 less or $10 less or something.
Yeah, that's kind of where I feel it should be, at least until they can get, like, again, it's not to say that the size of this is not a good size. It's just that the repeatable stuff of it is a lot less, like comparatively. If a lot of those questing areas were called later into heists or into different questing areas that you can get back to easily, yeah, I could say this could be the same as the Rothgar, because, you know, a lot of the content is made for interior areas and questing like that. But currently, most of it you just look at it one time and then you're gone. You don't reuse a lot of these areas, which I feel is a real detriment to it, unfortunately. And again, I want to go back to some of these areas once we visited them for the first time. So I probably say it should be like $5 to $10 less than like Rothgar. It's still a good DLC. I would probably recommend it, but like a full price on it, maybe not. And if you're an ESO Plus membership, though, you probably get it for the same price as everything else, $15 a month. That's it. Mm-hmm. So, all right. So champion points on this.